What better time than now to learn the drums to Guerrilla Radio by Rage Against the Machine. The drums come in right at the start of the song, playing 16th notes on the snare drum with a big accent on beat 1. That accent in every bar is going to fall on the right hand, so make sure that that stick comes up nice and high so you get a nice big accent and it sounds different to all the other 16th notes you're playing. Moving on, we go straight into the riff section, and we're going to use this for the chorus as well, so it's going to be great to grab it now if you can. Just treat that little sizzle on the hi-hats the same way as you would a ghost note within a regular beat. All you're doing is moving the left hand up from the snare drum onto the hi-hats to catch that extra note on the ah of beat 2. The last bar of this little section has a different beat, and this is how that goes. So here we are at the first verse. I'll play through this first section note accurate, but after that, the beat does change a little bit. It keeps the same vibe the whole way through, but the ghost notes are a bit different from bar to bar. The kick drums change just a tiny bit. So we'll go note for note in this first bit, but then after that, you can just grab the vibe and hopefully you can keep playing the song from there. Anyway, let me go through and break down the first 4 bars nice and slow. And now here's the next 4 bars of that first verse. I'll go back and run through those 8 bars up to speed. So hopefully you get the idea and you can kind of capture that vibe. The things that stick out for me are those little paradiddle patterns between the kick drum and the snare drum. And then also the reverse paradiddle patterns that go like this. So if you can throw a few of those into your groove, I think you'll get something that sounds pretty authentic to the song. Let me just break down the last 2 bars before we hit into the chorus, because there's a tiny little fill on the snare drum. From that fill, we are into the chorus using the same groove as the intro. Now, in the first 4 bars, I can't hear the hi-hat sizzle, and then it definitely comes in the second 4 bars. So it's up to you whether you include it or whether you leave it out, but here's the first 4 bars that I can hear of the chorus. And in the next few bars, let's add that hi-hat sizzle, and in the last bar before we go back to the verse, we've got that slightly different pattern once again. Next up, it's back through the verse using the same type of grooves as the first time around. Then we go into the chorus again, and this time that last bar doesn't change at all. Then we're into the bridge, and that's very similar to the intro as well. We're just going to go back to those 16th notes on the snare drum. The next 4 bars of this bridge, we're going to add a couple of extra kick drums, and it might take a little bit of practice if it's not something you've done before. Here's that whole bridge section. The next groove I'll show you is for the guitar solo, but to be honest, it's really similar to the chorus. Just watch out for a couple of different fills in the last 4 bars. I'll play 8 bars of the guitar solo, slow, and then up to speed. Now we're up to the whisper section, and the drums are just keeping time with the left foot. Easy as that. Now we're into the outro riff section, and when I hear this riff, I can only imagine how much fun it must have been to record. It's just so heavy and it's really fun to play. The drums aren't too different to what we've been doing already, but let me break it down a couple of bars at a time and then I'll put the whole section together. The next 2 bars get used twice. Here's the next 4 bars of this outro section. And the last 2 bars of the song. So once again, with that outro section, you could just get the vibe of the groove rather than learning it note for note. But let me play through it one more time up to speed in case you want to get it super accurate. And that's it for the drums to Guerrilla Radio by Rage Against the Machine. Great riffs in there, some really powerful drumming as well, so have fun jamming along to that one. I'll see you guys in the next lesson.